Forwards and my ladies, pray attend as herein opens the court of their majesties, Yuri and Samaya, Khan, Khatun of all glorious Artemisia.
Thank you all for coming today. This is awesome. This is going to be wonderful.
Their majesties call before them his lordship, Odde Uptom.
Your majesties, before you now comes an artisan, a father, a husband, a lover, a soldier, twice Queen's Champion of Adenfeld, and your Queen's Champion, Odde Uptom, a good and honorable man.
Odde, before their majesties get their grips on you, my brother and I, we were unable to make it to see you in your vigil last night. I'm sure that the populace fed you with many pearls of wisdom, and hopefully you'll make the right choice today. But we wanted to gift you a song that we've given every one of our brothers in the Brotherhood, either at their vigils or during their knighting. And so we'd like to sing that for you at this time. Hopefully give you some inspiration to sing the right song, to make the right choice today. Young boy high on the battlement stood as he swept up the cold gray stones, and he gazed in delight at the list where the banners flew, where the knights in bright armor were jousting there on their steeds of dapple and roan, and the archers drew their longbows made of yew. Oh, I have the heart of a warrior, and although I am low-born, I hope one day I am sworn to be a knight, so I may fight to serve my lord. Years went by and the steward's son grew into a comely youth. He was strong of arm and as fair as the summer sky. But the old proud knight took no notice of him, save occasional sharp reproof. Yet undaunted were his dreams of glory high. Oh, I have the heart of a warrior, and although I am low-born, I hope one day I am sworn to be a knight, so I may fight for king and lord. Knight was summoned by his majesty to a war in a distant land, on a crusade where honor and glory could be won. Journeyed forth on his battle steel with his knight sword at his side. In his retinue of men was the steward's son. Oh, I have the heart of a warrior, and so glad am I this morn, for on this day I have sworn to serve my knight, and he must fight for his liege lord. The battle fierce around them raged, and the press of men was hard, but the knight doomed faint of heart and fain would flee. But as he turned his steed he found the path away was barred, and he fell from top his horse most cowardly. For he had not the heart of a warrior, and although he was high-born, on that day he had forsworn to be a knight, denied his vow for king and lord. The steward's son leapt into the fray, armored only with a knife, and defiance stood tween his master and his foes. O Lord above, unto you I pray to protect my noble's life, and to give me the strength to withstand these many blows. For I have the heart of a warrior, and although I am low-born, on On this day I have sworn to play the knight, and I must fight to save my lord. The king rode forth at the break of day, and his heart was full of woe. For his comrades slain, though a victory great was won. He found the knight unharmed within a circle of slain foes, and cradled in his arms was the steward's son. Oh, he has the heart of a warrior, and although he is low-born, on this day I'd have him sworn to be a knight, for he would fight for his lord. The king dubbed him on the battlefield, "Arise, Sir Knight," said he, but the boy could not obey the king's command. And with his dying breath he gave his oath of fealty, and he touched the sword with the last touch of his hand. For he had the heart of a warrior, but for man of woman born comes the day the soul has sworn to take to flight and dwell in sight of heaven's Lord. They bore him aloft upon their shields with a knight's sword at his side, and they buried him with the honors due his life. And evermore did the humble knight in a golden burnished sheath carry on his scarlet, old and rusted knife. May you have the heart of a warrior, and no matter how you're born, on this day you have sworn to be a knight, to pledge your might to king and lord. Yes, today you are reborn as a knight, and you have worn the belt of white, the golden chain, silver sword.
Their Majesties call before them all members of the Order of the Chivalry.
Please don't.
Yeah. Don't
Please.
I request kneel.
Your Majesties, before you put a question to this man, I believe His Highness of the Mid-Realm has words from this man's former liege.
I do, Your Majesty. Thank you for allowing me to take time in your court. I bring words from His Grace, Queen of Atlantia, Knight of the Society, Master of the Pelican. Dear Odde, my heart swells with affection when I remember your youthful enthusiasm for chivalry, courtesy, combat, and music. A son of the Society, you did not run from it, you embraced all that was best about the SCA. Then, as a young man with a lovely wife to support and a family in your future, you answered the call of a higher duty and set out to serve your country as a true warrior. I hold this decision in the highest esteem, both because it speaks of a selflessness that befits a true knight, and because the founder of our house, Sir Forgal, was an elite warrior with 30 years service to our nation. Changing countries and kingdoms in service to your nation is never the fast track to knighthood, and you knew that when you made your choice. You never left the path, never left the society, never surrendered the dream. I have followed your progress from afar with admiration, your arts and science projects, the crown processions with you, Allison, and the children, and melees and tourneys in which you've striven. Your path has been longer and harder because you have made your family and your country your top priorities. You have chosen well, and I could not be prouder of you. Well done, sir, and welcome, brother.
Yes. Honey, 6 months ago, we put you on a community vigil to talk to all your brothers, talk to everybody you can. We asked you a question. I demand an answer. I will.
In that case, court can continue.
Well done.
Is there a member of the Order of the Chivalry that will speak on this man's behalf?
Yes, Your Majesty. I, Earl Micah Longbow, have the honor. speaking for Odde. His past has been long, as it has been mentioned. He serves his society as he serves his country. He serves all in, 100% in both. In tourneys, in melees, in archery, in song, making toys, making fairies, bobbin lace. Jeez, for God's sake. When does he sleep? He is a teacher, father, husband, and my son. I could not be prouder. With all my heart, I can recommend him to our circle and cannot wait to call him my brother.
The member of the Order of the Laurel that will speak on this man's behalf.
Yes, Your Majesty. I'm Mistress Darney Morahwigan from the Kingdom of Edenville.
We all have names.
I have known Lord Odde for many, many years, since he only had 2 children. And he was, for a short time, a member of my household, and we love him very much. And when he asked me to do the scroll for his knighting, I was so pleased. And I, as part of my process, I brainstormed up so many ideas for the images on his knighthood scroll. And I thought about his lace making. I could put lace on it. He's a toy maker of renown for all of the toys, like his wooden soldiers that are painted up with the heraldry of so many different kingdoms and baronies and shires that he's lived in, and all of his good friends. He even does their armor like their own. And then there's steeds and the flying dragon toys and the castles that they attack. And his children have a whole armament of wooden weapons. He's a bard, he's a singer, and at one of the first events he attended with us, he was doing the dishes like every day, and he would sing up a storm while he was doing the dishes, and other people would come to see what was going on, and they'd say, let's help him do the dishes and sing along with him, because this is the most fun in the whole camp. Thank you. He's a storyteller and a puppeteer. He makes his own puppets. He's an acrobat.
Yes.
And a stilt walker. And I don't know much about his knighthood, his fighting, except the artistry I've seen exhibited on the field when he died. So I thought about all of these things, and I said, wait a minute, I don't have to put all of those things on this scroll, because this isn't a laurel scroll. This is a knighthood scroll. It should be about his fighting. But as a laurel, I'd like to say that we could not be prouder that he's going to join the peerage. And he will be welcome in our circle at any time. And we know that he supports us, and we support him in all of his endeavors and in his becoming a knight. Thank you, Your Majesties.
Thank you.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican that will speak for this man?
Her Excellency Amanda Dispenser sends a letter in support of this man. I would ask your permission to read it now. Unto our great king and mighty queen, Yuri and Smea, do I, Amanda Dispenser, send greetings. I would beg to speak as a member of the Order of the Pelican on behalf of Odde. There are 7 knightly virtues to which we aspire: courage, justice, mercy, generosity, faith, nobility, and hope. As a representative of the Order of the Pelican, I would speak of Odde's generosity of spirit, nobility of character, faith, and hope. So there are some here, but only a few, who can say that they've known Odde longer than have I. From the time we were both too young to be allowed to do more than play in the background to recent times, I bear witness to a man with a truly generous spirit. Have you need of a cup or a cloak? They are readily available. Do you need a tent pitched or torn down? Running children's activities. Taking a watch, protecting the crown, or just security. Odde's there. While there are many who give service to our dream, for without it, the dream could not continue, what sets Odde's service apart is, regardless of the task, Odde greets each one with an inspiring joy. Not only will he serve, he will probably do a flip over the arid ropes on his way. Were this his only attribute, I would recommend him, but it is not. Nobility of bearing and character are often difficult for some, but it seems the very air that Odde breathes. Not once since reaching the age of majority have I seen or heard an ignoble word or act. In all kingdoms in which he has served, he has never brought anything but glory to his name and to his lady. I have been present when newcomers were near and have asked, as Odde walked by, is that a knight? And I have been able to answer, he is an example that we all aspire to. If this day he is elevated, I will be filled with joy to answer yes. Yes, he is. Were these his only virtues, I would still recommend him, but he is more. Faith is the virtue of integrity and trust, and I can think of no man whom I would trust more. Hope is the virtue of inspiration, and when I look at Odde, I see the fire of our dream, and I want to draw near. Your Majesties, your Highnesses, good peers, and witnesses from far and near, hear my words when I say that Odde ap Tam is an exemplar of all of the knightly virtues. I can pay him no greater compliment than to say, in him I am reminded of another squire, Alan Edrickson from the White Company. My king, my queen, your wisdom is great, and you need not my counsel. But I humbly recommend that Odde ap Tam be elevated to the station for his actions, his words, and his spirit that he has already achieved. In service, Amanda Dickinson.
Is there a member of the Order of the Defense that will speak for this man?
There is, Your Majesty. With permission. I'm Cormac MacDarren, premier member of the Order of Defense for Artemisia. I've known Odde for a few years, not real well. They landed in my home shire while I was down in the south. I've been down there, but I have seen him at several events, and I haven't had the honor of actually fighting him. I was the last guy to get picked up on the way down here. My armor wouldn't fit, so but it is. It's all about the food. That's how it goes. But I have seen him. I've heard of him. I have spoken to several members of other kingdoms that he's been in, and he is currently our Queen's champion and the bearer of our shield of chivalry, and neither one are easily won. And his dedication and his devotion, his honor, his chivalry. Artemisia is very fortunate to be able to call him one of our own. And I look forward to the day he picks up a rapier. I know he will. I fully support his induction into the Order of the Chivalry.
Is there a royal peer who will speak on this man's behalf?
Yes, Your Majesty. I've been charged with 2 speeches, one from myself and one from Duke Sean, who was not able to be here. For myself, I would like to tell those who don't know him well about Odde Aptam, since I've known him since before he was born. Odde has lived and acquired experience and knowledge in 9 kingdoms as an adult, fought in 10, as well as living in yet another before he reached his majority. He's always been a person who set goals for himself and then achieved them, whether they were physical or scholarly. One of his many skills and roles: warrior, bard, lace or toy maker, shipwright, which also falls under toy maker, husband, son, father, or brother. He has striven always to do all things well and to continue to learn more. Odde's knighting comes as a well-deserved acknowledgement of his years of training with both accomplished warriors and those new to the Eric or battlefield. Well done, Odde Aptam. And may you continue always to be always learning and always teaching all the things. Unto your most gracious majesties, Yuri and Celea, and to all assembled here to bear witness to the elevation of Odde Aptam, hear now these words from Duke Sir Sean Patrick Tarragon. Your Majesties, it is my greatest honor to have been asked by this man to speak on his behalf as a royal peer. The abbreviated letters we use to denote our station in written correspondence are KSCA. This represents our status as a knight of the Society for Creative Anachronism. In part, this is a recognition of the fact that this accolade is valid throughout any of the Laurel Kingdoms, so that all may know throughout his continued travels that this man is a knight. In the more than 30 years that I have been counted amongst the Order of Chivalry, rarely have I seen a candidate that more accurately reflects the literal nature of the term KSCA. As with so many of our members who have chosen to serve in the modern military forces, Odde has traveled extensively throughout the known world. It has been my observation that in each of the 9 kingdoms in which he has lived, he has acquired the next skill necessary for his development as a knight. This diversity of thought and training has given him a worldly perspective of our society like none other that I have seen. We are fortunate to have Odde brought to Artemisia at a time when it is right and proper that our kingdom should recognize his accomplishments. However, he is not another knight with an abbreviation. He is truly a product of the society at large. It is fitting that Odde should be recognized here on the battlefield of Estrella at a time and place where so many of his friends and those who have influenced him are able to attend the glorious occasion. And it is all the more fitting that these words are brought to you by Countess Tamsin, who was Queen of Atenbelt at Estrella I, the very first day I set foot on the fighting field. Your Majesties, as a royal peer of your kingdom, it is my greatest pleasure to recommend Odde Aptam to elevation to the Order of Chivalry as a knight of the Society for Creative Anachronism. Humbly submitted, Sean A.C.
Is there a member of the populace that will speak for this man?
There is, Your Majesties, with your permission. I am Isgareth Biargira daughter. I live in the Kingdom of Artemisia, just down the road from my friend Odde Aptam. And as a sanctioned corrupter of the youth for our kingdom, as well as someone who's known to hang around on social wall gathering places, I had heard tell of Odde and his family coming to Artemisia. And the first event after their arrival was a coronation. And Artemisia showed up in spirit and in their most resplendent garb, and it was a wonderful, wonderful day. And I can't help but think and note that the people who made a difference that day were Odde and his family. Upon arrival at the hall, it was obvious that there was a newcomer among us. The children were running around playing with little wooden toys. All the children, including His Grace Timmer. The garb and the banners and just the level of honor and chivalry that he brings with him to every event is undeniable. The day that he won Queen's Champion, when he was asked to salute the person who is his inspiration right before the end, he doesn't just bow and salute. He slides across the field and comes to his lady at his knees, where she bestows a kiss upon his head. And all the women, all the ladies in the tent went, oh, I want that someday. That is honor and chivalry. He exudes it. I can't think of another person who would be more worthy of this honor. I think that everything he does is knightly, and it is my honor to speak on his behalf. Thank you.
Is there a chain for this man?
There is, Your Majesty.
Howdy. We will pass this chain among your brothers, so they can bestow whatever they would like to on it. There's another chain out somewhere in the field, and it will be worn by more knights because it's been worn by about a dozen so far. So we want to get this passed around. All your brothers.
Is there a lineage to this particular chain?
Oh, yes, it's there.
This is a new gift from His Grace.
A knight should be girded. Is there a belt?
Yes, Your
What do you have?
Majesty. This belt was made by Count Robert Magnus of the Alps.
You have many, many people around the world that love you. And it's very well shown.
In Artemisia, it is tradition that the queen can gird, and His Majesty was girded by many ladies of the Rose, as he did not have a inspiration at that time. But another great honor for us is that we get to pass this to whomever your inspiration is and allow them to do so. So it would be my honor to pass this to your lady and allow her to gird you at this time.
Of course. They've done this before.
A knight needs spurs to ride into battle. Are there spurs?
Your Majesty, there are. These spurs are a gift from Sir Robert and Sir Leah Dispenser, as well as from all of the members of their household. Hold tight. There is a letter that accompanies it for yourself.
Sorry for the moment.
As we gird you with these spurs, they are a reminder that you are to ride forth in the name of your king and in defense of the kingdom and the society as a whole.
A knight must be armed on the field to protect their king and the kingdom. Is there a sword?
There is, Your Majesty. Forged in the land of fire, in the kingdom of the sun. It is my pleasure and honor to present to you this battle-ready knightly sword. May it be as dependable and trustworthy as your newest knight. It is very sharp.
Yet again, I think you are loved. Maybe. This is a wonderful gift. A knightly sword that will come to great use for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Too many swords.
King's Justice. Someday, when you're older like us, you might be able to hold this. No.
I don't know, in 10 minutes.
Like in 10 minutes, 'cause, yeah. Every knight in the kingdom has sworn fealty on this. I will put your king on that. And ask to hear your oath.
I have made many oaths in my life. And many of my oaths that I have made bear a time. Should you win this day, I will swear to uphold this office for this time. Or should victory fall my way, or should such events take place for this period of time, I will bear this. Even my service to my country stands as until they no longer have need of my arm. I have but one oath that I bear in perpetuity, and that is to my lady. Here and now do I take another. All that I am, all that I ever will be, and all that I bear, all of my memory and all of my past, do I swear, be a knight, be your knight, and your knight. As a knight of the SCA, my life, for as long as that may be, until the years
Buddy, we hear that oath. And we know in our hearts that it is true and just and honorable. We will forever support you, your family, your loved ones, until these crowns leave our hands. Seth, take us for the world. Thank you for holding that for me.
Do you want to?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Now is the time. King's Justice will make our determination. Just use the flag. Dub thee once for honor that you always have and show. Dub you twice for chivalry and the love of what you keep. I dub thee Knight of the Society. Please rise. rise. I want to be taller than you. Honey, let this be the last blow you accept unchallenged.
Artemisia, people of the known world, their majesties present to you Sir Odde, newest knight of the society. Vivat! 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 Vivat!
Where's your scroll?
And the scroll. Now we're getting the scroll out. Safety first, right?
Safety first.
What the what? And you just watched the queen go to about a cuddle too.
You'd ever like to see the crown and the Kingdom Herald all have a heart attack at the same time? Their glorious griffin majesties, Yuri and Samea, searched the length and breadth of mighty Artemisia for examples of prowess and honor among their subjects who had not yet taken on the mantle of chivalry. And well pleased were they with the courage and skill exhibited by a certain gallant warrior of the northern reaches. They sought counsel from elders of their chivalry and from other kingdoms, and all testified to his worthiness. Therefore their majesties bestowed upon him the chain, belt, and spurs of the Order of Chivalry, with all the rights, ranks, privileges, duties, and responsibilities thereunto. They further endowed him with arms by letters patent, to wit, counter ermine, a harp between 8 mullets in annulo ore. So it was done that Odde ap Tam became a knight at Estrella War 35 in February, Anno Societatis 53, being 2019 in the common reckoning. Yuri, Khan, Sumea, Khatun. The scroll in entirety is the work of Mistress Darine.
Darnie.
Look.
Okay, so.
Yes?
Once was a warrior fresh from the field, kneeling before his king he came. When he had risen, he was a knight, none to the king his oath he gave. I was born on the list field, I was raised in the war, and one day you make me a knight. Though one day my sword may grow rusted and old, I will live by my oath till I die. Great grew the knight, and his fame it did spread, never before a foe would yield. Great though the number, he ne'er cried defeat, he sang this song behind his shield. I was born on the list field, I was raised in the war, and one day they did make me a knight. Though one day my sword may grow rusted and old, I will live by my oath till I die. Old grew the knight and retired to a farm, said the king, no more will you be called. But that night he knew duty and honor knew well, and once more to the king he said, sorry. I was born on the list field, I was raised in the war, and one day they did make me a knight. Though one day my sword may grow rusted and old, I will live by my oath till I die. War tore the country, the king was in flight, his knights, they could not win the day. Went on to the field, rode that old aged knight, and as he charged the men all heard him say, You were born on the list fields, you were raised in the wars, and one day they can make you all knights. Though one day your swords may grow rusted and dull, you must live by your oath till you die. The king's men they rallied, they slew all their foes, they began to count their hurt and dead. They found the old knight, ringed round by slain foes. Once more unto his king he said, I was born on the list field, I was raised in the war, and one day you did make me a knight. Though some say my sword has grown rusted and dull, I have lived by my oath till I die.
Huzzah!
All right,
Oh yeah, there's still one more ranking hug.
And then the punches.
It's truly an honor to be able to be the ones that were lucky enough to give you this accolade. And as I said to you last night, and it needs to be said again, there were very many people throughout the known world who were very happy that we were lucky enough to be the ones to say thank you. So also thank you to every knight in Artemisia who took the time to step out and get to know this gentleman as well and stand behind the decision that we were making. We are truly blessed to have you all behind us. Thank you very, very much.
Long live the Queen!
Long live the Queen!
Long live the King!
Long live the King!
All right.
One quick announcement before court closes. Her Majesty would ask that all Artemisians see her to get your favor, whether you're fighting or not, because she has a lot
We have
of
a lot.
them.
And it's awesome that you toughed it out with us. So we're going to try to muster here around 10:30, 10:45 to get out on the field around 11, it sounds like.
How long is that?
Yeah, what time is it?
It is now
It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10.
Okay.
Muster an hour?
Alright.
Wait, I gotta get this guy.
Okay.
Close. Hearing closes the court of their Majesties Yuri and Samaya.
I guess.
Now everybody can sneak in and hug the new knight.
I'm like, well, let's see where we get to.
I have silver badges for those.
You're here. We got